expecting like a giant robot thing battling, but this is not Monsterpocalypse.
No, we're still 9-year-old Monsterpocalypse, but we're bringing you a little other kaiju action today.
Does that say kaiju? I think it does.
I think that says Godzilla.
Oh. But like that. Oh, that makes more sense now.
Yeah. Anyway, so Godzilla Tokyo Clash.
So
Godzilla.
we were at Target the other day looking at the board game section, as we are wont to do, and realized that there was basically a Monsterpocalypse knockoff game there at Target. So we decided to do a special unboxing edition of the game stream tonight.
All
we
right.
have not opened this at all yet.
Now, so here's how it's like Monsterpocalypse.
Well, we don't know how it's going to be like Monsterpocalypse,
well,
so let's not make guesses as to how it's going to be like Monsterpocalypse.
At least some of the models, the figures, according to this. You have the wait.
You know
no,
what?
that's
Let's just
not
find out.
it.
Let's just find out.
What do you mean that's not it?
Not the
Communication station?
Communication station.
It pretty much is, though.
Yeah, it's got the big antenna.
All right, so here we go. Cutting this open. We saved this. We bought this earlier in the week, but we saved it for all of our loyal followers.
All of our loyal followers. Speaking of which, we don't have our
Boom.
viewer
Safely cut
counts
open.
on.
That's okay.
All right, let's go ahead and open that up.
All right, I guess Mr. 10-year-old is going to be the one that lifts it up.
Come on, fall. Hurry up and fall.
Whew. Okay, so what do we have in here? We have our rule set.
The weird three-headed guy.
Rodan.
Rodan. Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
King of the Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, spoiler. Weird bug-looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mothra.
Queen of the Monsters.
You think so?
So let's open these up and take them out.
Okay, why don't you go grab Terracon real quick, just so we have a little size comparison here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting plastic quality.
Yeah, it's like they're dirty.
Yeah, and then they're also
Almost like they
really-
were maybe washed.
they're really flexible.
See, I was gonna say they're not as flexible as I thought they would be, but this is definitely like a PVA plastic or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's
It is
Okay,
a
go
little.
ahead and hand that over to Mr.
Yeah,
Mom.
you probably don't want to. Yeah, all right. So here we go. Look, here's Terracon, and here's Godzilla. So Godzilla is basically as big as Cybercon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so they're big, but you're definitely not going to get any kind of a.
So Mothra's got a place for a standee.
Here we go. Here's a standee.
Okay.
Because she's flying. She's the only one that gets a base?
Yeah, because she's flying.
Yeah, so there you go. Look at this. You got your 4 monsters. There's Terracon showing everybody what's up.
All right, so let's see what else is in here. So we've got some cubes.
Okay, some sort of resource. Oh, those maybe are tracking cubes.
I could see that.
You're
You're gonna have to hold it more out in the center because of.
I was trying to figure out what it was. Here are the city tiles.
Yeah, and do you want to go grab an apartment building real quick, Mr. 9-year-old? Because I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Oh dear, sorry. This.
No, you're fine. It shouldn't matter.
Okay.
Well, we've got 3 kind of core. No, I take that back. We've got 4 core buildings, right? So here's an apartment building, and here's the apartment building in this game. So the scale, obviously, Godzilla is significantly larger compared to that than. Well, I don't know. Actually, no, he's got like Terracon would have to be like this big for the scale to be similar. So. But you've got your communication station, you've got an industrial complex looking thing, and then you've got, I don't know, what is that, the asset for securing stuff?
Sure.
Sounds good, right? I mean, that's we're talking about sort of the crossovers here, trying to stay at least a little on brand.
Okay, so then it looks like these are
See
our
this one.
Monster cards?
our monster cards.
So
Yep.
Megalon, that's what the bug is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the throwaway monster. Most Godzilla games have one throwaway monster that nobody actually cares about.
So here's the throwaway.
Well, not literally throwaway. I mean, it could be a good monster in this game. I mean, what do we know?
All right, then we've got our lovely shrink-wrapped punch-outs. That's new, to have shrink-wrapped punch-outs.
Yeah.
This looks kind of like maybe an old version of Godzilla.
Yeah, that's classic
You're gonna
Godzilla.
have to
Oh, that's
just
Yeah, that's-
classic Godzilla.
Yeah, that's Godzilla from back when Godzilla was a man in a suit, as opposed to
Man in a
CGI.
suit.
Can you do the plastic on
Yeah,
that?
sure. Do you want to finish unwrapping the?
All right, and we've got a deck of cards. Oh, buddy, I think this is going to be a move and roll. I mean, a
Roll and move.
roll and move. Because this first card says move one space toward the nearest kaiju.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Look at all this microplastic waste we're
Is nobody going to say
generating.
interesting after me?
No, 'cause I think it wasn't very interesting when you said it the second time.
Oh.
Oh, snap!
Godzilla, King. Wait, what? King?
King
King
Ghidorah.
Or- Yeah, so that's Monster Zero, or whatever it was from the movie.
Monster Zero.
So we've got an oxygen bomb token in here. We've got some strike jet looking things.
Looks like we've got a deck for each of the monsters. Here's
Okay.
King Ghidorah. Here is Godzilla.
Godzilla. Roar.
Here is Megalon. And then here is Mothra.
They are the king in their area. Because each
Interesting.
Titan has their own, like, testing area thing.
So we've got a few different types of tokens here.
I will say that this is a game we bought from Target and it has punch-out components. I don't remember the last time we bought a game from Target that had punch-out components.
Well, I think a lot of the Prospero Halls and Ravenloft games that Target's starting to carry are more likely to have those types of things. The Minecraft builders and biomes that we had.
I'm still
And we
punching
got,
out
we
money.
got,
Look at all this.
So we
yeah,
can look at
let's
them after I
punch them
punch
out,
'em
and then you can look at them so
Okay.
that we're not spending time
Sorry.
later punching them out. Some cool triple hexes here, but unfortunately only single-sided, so not... I mean, it feels like a wasted opportunity to have put down some custom ink on the other sides and had double the...
Yeah, especially because it's just a boring red on that one side.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna organize a few more components just all together. If you want to start walking us through the rules, Mr. Mom.
Okay. Well, guys, here we go. Here's the objective. The objective is... Well, the objective starts out with a statement. You are Earth's most fearsome kaiju.
What?
Yeah, so we're battling for dominance as the most terrifying monster in Japan. So we need to destroy buildings and vehicles to gain energy, use that energy to unleash devastating attacks on your opponents, throw trains, tanks, battleships, and other kaiju as you fight for the king of the monster crown.
Oh man, that sounds like Monsterpocalypse.
However, once humans deploy the oxygen destroyer, it's time to leave Tokyo, and the most dominant kaiju claims victory. So... It's interesting that they are deploying the oxygen destroyer, which in the movie was described as destroying all living anything in the middle of Tokyo.
It apparently, I mean, in the movie, it seemed like all living things except the kaiju.
All right, so we have a few different setups here.
Yeah, relocked it. I mean, it does kind of feel like they need a cease and desist, right?
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely the language here is very interesting. But they'll probably get away with it because they say kaiju. Maybe.
All right, let me.
All right, so-
I'll keep organizing while you say stuff.
All right, so this right here, this is the center
Wait,
tile.
these aren't even
Now,
called
I wanna-
kaiju.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They're Titans.
They called them Titans in the movie to have something that they could trademark. But kaiju is the generic Japanese term for
All right,
like
can you go
giant
put that
monster or
away,
something.
please, so we don't break
Now, here's the other thing I want to point out. So this right here is a foundation. Right, so we've got the board piece right here. We've got a foundation. This is where a building's going to go. And you'll notice underneath it, there's a hazard. There's a hazard just printed right on there. Interesting. Okay, so let's get all of this stuff kind of off over here into our little storage area.
Did you say I should do the thing like side to side if I need to move in a little bit?
Oh, just push it back.
Just push it back like
Yep,
this.
just like that.
Okay.
Bingo.
Okay. Just organizing all of this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Lots of fun characters. So a lot of these pieces look like they are, they've got that faux distressed look to them. So they've got like a little battle damage. That's pretty cool. Nice little visual aesthetic. Not universal, which is a little unfortunate. It seems like they would have benefited from sort of taking that and sticking with it the whole time. But you can kind of see on these cards, you've got like the white, like you've already rubbed them in. I mean, like this is triggering me a little bit. I feel like I need to have already put protectors on this or something.
Yeah.
But
When I saw this, I was like, how did we already tear these cards?
Yeah. We're just that clumsy. That's just what we assume. Now, what I would love to say, and if Prospero Hall is listening, I would love to say that this unboxing and playthrough is brought to you by Prospero Hall, but it's not. This is brought to you by my acquisition disorder and my inability to say no when I'm at Target. Okay, so let's see. Let's get these decks out of the way. Mr. 9-year-old, do you want to help with that? Let's kind of get this all the way cleared off.
Just move them to the back.
Okay, so we are going to put the center hex tile in the middle of the play area. We're going to randomly select and arrange tiles into the shape determined by the number of players as shown below. I don't figure it really matters because we don't know what any of these tiles are or what they do, but we'll do a bad job shuffling them anyway. All right, so we've got this right here. This is interesting. You guys are actually going to be the ones with the point facing toward you in order to have a little more. No. Boom, there we go. Like that. Yep. And then.
So how clear is this iconography in the rule book? It doesn't seem clear.
No. It's clear. It's just I'm trying to rotate these pieces. See, this is why square hexes are better hexes. And yes, I understand that squares can't be hexes, but sue me.
Yeah.
Don't
you
sue me,
can't.
please don't sue me.
The microphone was all the way over there, so I couldn't speak into it, sadly.
Okay, so what do you want to say?
Dad already said that. He knows that square hexes aren't actually X's. I was going to say something about that, but then he said something about that.
Okay. So is it a...
Here we
is
go.
it just
It's a train
Oh,
station.
okay.
It's a train
So
station.
for 3 players, we're going to be working with a triangle.
Yep. Boom. Look at that. All right. So I don't think we need the rest of these right here. All right. So we're going to insert.
This is my side.
We're going to insert the correct tiles into the bases of each large building, and we're going to place the buildings on their letter designated spots on the board. So, that's kind of an interesting. So this. Oh, I see. There's maybe different types of. No, those are all like that. So okay. So the tower, the skyscraper, is going to get the number 4 inserted into the bottom of it. And let's see, these communication radar dishes, pardon me.
Does it seem like we're ever going to be taking them out?
It says insert the correct tiles into the base of each large building and then put them on their designated spots on the board.
Because it doesn't feel like we're ever going to be able to
Yeah,
take them out again.
I'm going to guess that you can't take them out. And so
Okay.
this is a permanent one-way.
So we want to be careful. And just correct.
Right.
So T?
Hey, what's going on, Cadrol? How is Alaska? Little says hi. Well, hi, Little.
Wait, he's in Alaska?
Yeah.
Again, everybody except us is going to Alaska.
Yes, everybody except for us is in Alaska. Relockt, you're probably even in Alaska, aren't you?
Yeah, because he lives like right next to it.
Yeah, right next door. There's basically. All right, let's see what these are. Oh, these are power plants.
Power plants.
These are
And then these are
are
military bunkers.
These
Yeah,
are power plants.
those are power plants. So I think those go in there,
so
and
they
these
get
go in here.
they get 2s.
They get the 2+1s. Oh man, so many little bits that we get to put together. Yeah, Relockt is trying to claim that all of Canada is not immediately next door to Alaska. So, and New York.
I don't know which ones are
When you play
designated
games, you
which.
just go from, continental U.S. to Canada to Alaska. In fact, a lot of times, Alaska in one of those games is included with Canada because they're like, nah, we only want contiguous polygons.
Okay, I think we got all of those affixed. I don't know why I keep on putting them face down.
Okay, so let's see. So T's are towers. So that's not a 1, that's a T. Is there another tower? Boom, there's another tower.
Can you scoot forward?
Oh, so then R
Okay,
is
you
radar
can't, 'cause
dish.
Then I can't get in.
P is power plant.
When it's time, I'll let you scoot forward, okay?
There's another radar. Here's another radar. That's a power plant. So one of those. What is that right there?
That has to be that.
Is that an M for a military bunker? Makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants the little islands back, but he's fine. He's fine with the landmass. Okay, and then there should be some small buildings
I mean, I guess that's
that are
these
like
right
they look
here.
like little blue things or whatever. So, yeah, on the other side. Yeah, that's what these are.
Oh my gosh, that's just like itty bitty pieces. So
Well, they're like little houses. They got like little thatched roofs on them.
yeah, I'm gonna go with fiddly.
Well, I'm not saying they're not fiddly. I was just
Yeah.
commenting on the artwork and the fact that it isn't just a little thing that says B on it.
Maybe
B
it's
for
the,
bodacious.
maybe it's like a number of points that you get from destroying it.
We need more of those buildings. What, the 2?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's something
Yeah.
something like that.
This isn't gonna work.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna get these buildings out here. Why don't you pass them over to me, bud? It is a little bit of a constrained play space that we have. I apologize. The sacrifices we make. I mean, I don't because I'm on this side of the table.
Yeah, maybe Mr. 10-year-old could move over there with you.
Maybe. Okay, boom, we got that. So, we're going to place the damage track within reach of all players. So that's hey, great, that's within reach of all players. We're going to put the oxygen destroyer marker on the start space. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Man, we're cruising. We're going to choose 2 event cards and place them in the spots above and below the damage track. All right, so that's a little concerning because, 1, I don't even know that we know what event cards are. Are those event cards?
Yes.
Does it have a components list?
I haven't seen one yet. I'm literally on page 1. Yes, those are the
These
event
are?
cards. Yep.
So I'm just gonna randomly pick one?
Sounds good. If this is your first game, we suggest using the Armored Assault and Rush Hour event cards.
Cool. Does it say where to put them?
Just one above and one below.
Stop.
And then we're going to follow the setup for both events. All right, would somebody go check the temperature on the pork roast?
What am I looking for?
160. All right, so I think we're looking for 160.
160. So you need train and tank tokens.
Are you going to get those
These
tokens
are
out?
Subs. So these are tanks. So on separate
145. We're looking for 145
non-water
degrees.
spaces at the edge
Cool,
of the
go ahead and
board.
pull it out.
So we placed one here.
So wait, what does that say?
In player order.
Yeah, leave it tinted while it cools, while it rests.
Each player places 2 tanks on separate non-water spaces at the edge of the board that do not contain tanks.
All right, so do you have all the tank spaces? Wait, what is this?
That's a tank.
You know what?
Non-water spaces at the edge of the board.
non-water.
I have an idea about how to place you, Mr. 10-year-old.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit right here.
Boom.
Okay.
That's great. All right, so we need,
And
each
you're
player
not gonna
needs
lean
2
past.
tanks.
Okay.
Okay, each player needs 2 tanks.
Okay, that's these.
Maybe. Do those look like tanks?
Yes, they do.
Cool. Then yes. So each player needs 2, and so in player order, whatever that is. How about Mr. 9-year-old? You go first. You're gonna
Mr.
put
10-year-old?
Mr. 10-year-old. You're gonna put one. You're gonna put 2 tanks on separate non-water spaces at the edge of the board that do not contain tanks. Separate.
You gotta
Oh,
That
listen
do
separate.
not
to
contain tanks.
instructions.
All right. So then you go.
Okay.
I thought by separate I meant like you can't be adjacent to them.
Okay. And then
Like
1
other ones.
and 1. And then right here we need to find all the train tokens. I think these are the train tokens. Yep, those are train tokens.
you
Each
find
player,
train
or
tokens?
right here. In player order, each player places a train on an empty train space. If there are more trains and tiles with tracks, replace tiles until there are enough tracks to place all trains. All right, so there you go.
Okay.
Do not place, no, so player order.
Benjamin. I mean, Mr. 10-year-old.
You can put them on train tracks. Okay. And here's one more.
Remember, if you can't reach, you just move the mic.
Okay, boom, there we go. Guys, we are cruising along. This is fantastic. All right, each player chooses a kaiju and places its corresponding figure on the starting location closest to them. If this is your first game, we suggest using Godzilla and Megalon. So who do you want to be, Mr. 10-year-old?
Godzilla.
Oh, he wants to be Godzilla. So your starting area is, see, this is the starting center one. So boop, boop, that's where you start. All right.
Rawr.
Who do you want?
I'm the
Mothra?
Maybe Mothra.
So doot right there. And I'll be, I don't know, who should I be? Megalon or King Ghidorah?
Megalon.
I'm going to be King Ghidorah.
Just can't bring yourself otherwise, huh?
Can't, and then this is my starting space right here. So, all right. If the starting location contains a large building, rotate that tile so the large building is no longer in the starting location. All right, place your kaiju mat in front of you and set an energy tracking cube on the 2 space of your energy track. Oh yeah. King Ghidorah always calls his mother on Mother's Day.
I'm assuming these need to be shuffled.
Shuffle your kaiju deck, then place it face down to the left of your kaiju mat.
I think you're going to need space to put cards underneath if you look at that.
Let's see if we can very gently push this just a little further down this way. There we go.
And then push that.
This one can come like way the heck down here like
Yeah.
this. Yep, there we go. Making it work. Let's see, head meter. Cool, I have a head meter. Do you guys have a head meter?
Where do you see your head meter?
Look, my head meter is right here because I have 3 heads.
I do not have a head meter.
I have space for 0 heads, so I'm a little concerned that nobody else has a head meter that just has 1 and 0. It seems to me that if these other guys here lose their 1 head, they're probably just dead. But I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched enough movies. All right, have you shuffled? Oh, you shuffling his deck? Cool, 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 cool.
My deck. Right here.
There you go.
Okay.
You can just put your discard up here.
And then you're going to draw a hand of 5 cards. Oh, wow. Auto win the game? That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Wow.
That's impossible.
No, it's right here. It says auto win the game.
Show it to me.
No, I'm not going to show it to you. I got to wait
Prove
and play it
it.
at the right time. Okay.
Very
And
suspicious.
then we're going to randomly choose a player to take the King of Monsters token. They will play first this round. And with that, we are ready to play the game.
Who's the King of Monsters token?
That's
is
the
that
King
that?
of that's the King of Monsters
Oh,
token.
Okay.
Not that.
So I'm glad that we are now ready to play the game.
Maybe this is your head meter?
Oh yeah, I'll bet that's. Nope, not yet anyway. So we'll leave the yellow one off to the side. Okay. So phases. The game is played in rounds, y'all, and a round consists of 4 phases. And a phase consists of multiple simultaneous quantum states. All right, so first is the oxygen destroyer phase. Ignore it on the first round. So move the oxygen destroyer 1 circle space on the damage track. So bloop, 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 so on and so forth. Action phase, starting with the player holding King of Monsters. Players take turns performing one of 3 actions. Play a Kaiju card from your hand, play your Kaiju's discard action, pass. Play continues with players taking additional turns until all players pass consecutively. This means that all players pass in a row. A player who passes on a previous turn may play a card on subsequent turns, extending the action phase. Interesting. Refresh phase. Once all players have passed consecutively, players may discard any number of cards from their hands and then draw cards until they have 5 cards in hand. Players activate any end-of-turn effects they have in play. That is, Kaiju abilities, enhancements, building effects, all explained later. Note, they told us we were ready to play, but we're still explaining stuff. Event phase. After the refresh phase, activate and resolve the event cards in their assigned order, moving or placing vehicles as necessary. For more information on how events work, see page 11. Also, check to see if the game has ended. See page 12. Okay, so when you play Kaiju cards, y'all, to play a card, pay its energy cost shown in the top right corner of the card. Reduce your energy by moving your energy tracking cube down your energy track by the cost amount. If you don't have the energy to pay for the card, you cannot play it. Once played, resolve all the card's effects before placing it in your discard pile. Play then proceeds to the player on your left. So, let's talk about the core of kind of what goes into one of these cards here. So we've got our cost right here. We've got the name, so Snapping Jaws is pretty great. We then have possible move, attack, or defend. We have some dominance values, and then the card effect itself. So this one here, for example, says if this attack isn't fully blocked, put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So if you play a card with a move symbol, you can move up to the number of spaces shown. You can move through and end your movement in spaces with water, vehicles, small buildings, and other kaiju. You may move through a space with a large building, but you cannot end your move there. So we're all high mobility monsters. That's good to know.
Yay!
If it shows an attack value, you go to attacking other kaiju on page 06.
Sorry, what's the move symbol?
The move is feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And then attacking is claws, defending is scales. So
Okay.
with defend, play defense cards to block damage when an opponent attacks you. The number indicates how much damage you prevent. For more information on how this works, see attacking other kaiju. All right, momentum. A card with momentum, I don't know what that is, allows you to... Oh, it says the word momentum on it. Great. So a card with momentum allows you to play an additional card or take your kaiju's discard action after its use. You may play more than one momentum card on your turn until you decide to stop or take an action without momentum. Range. A card with range can be used to attack a kaiju in a space up to the distance specified. Range attacks only deal damage. Vehicles or buildings cannot be targeted by a range attack. All right. Enhancement. Cards with enhancement are placed in the play area below your kaiju mat when played. Enhancement benefits remain in effect until the card is removed. Sweet. All right, so using a kaiju card to attack. We're on page 06 now. So when you play a kaiju card to attack, you must be in the same space as your intended target, either another kaiju or a vehicle, unless that card has a range listed. After choosing a target, decide whether to throw or damage it. No body slam, that's weird. Vehicles can only be thrown. Ranged attacks only deal damage and cannot target vehicles or buildings. When using attacks to throw, the attack value shown on the card is the maximum distance you can throw the target. Targets must be thrown in any straight line from the position of your kaiju. Huh, that's interesting. Straight line throwing. When you throw a vehicle, choose a space within the maximum distance for the vehicle to land and destroy both the thrown vehicle as well as any one small or large building or vehicle in the space where it lands, removing them from the board.
So you can throw a tank into like a skyscraper and it'll blow up.
Yep, you can do a SWAT attack. Yeah. Yep. So if you throw a vehicle, or if another kaiju is within the maximum distance, you may throw the vehicle into the kaiju, dealing 1 damage to them and destroying the thrown vehicle unless you have super damage. No, I'm just kidding. That's not in there. If there are multiple kaiju in the space, choose which one takes the damage. So when throwing another kaiju, maximum distance is determined by the card's attack value. Choose a direction and move the target kaiju in a straight line up to the maximum distance or until it hits a large building or another kaiju. Destroy up to 1 small building or vehicle in each space through which a kaiju is thrown. So this is interesting because you're actually throwing them in a straight line as opposed to lobbing them.
Right, you're throwing them through the buildings.
Yep. If the thrown kaiju ends in a space with a large building, that building must be destroyed, even if there is a vehicle in that space. If a kaiju lands in a space with another kaiju, both receive 1 damage. If there are multiple kaiju in that space, choose one as the target. Pretty straightforward.
How do we track health?
Great question.
Maybe over here. I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah. Destroying buildings and vehicles. When you destroy a building or vehicle, you gain the benefits shown on the underside of that building or vehicle. Most buildings are worth at least 2 energy. All vehicles are worth 1 energy, except for trains and UFOs, which are both worth 3.
UFOs?
So towers, you get 4 energy. Power plants, you get 2 energy, and you draw a card. The military bunker is you gain 2 energy, and then you put a card from your discard pile back on your deck. And a radar dish is you get 2 energy, and you look at the top card of any opponent's kaiju deck, then put it back on top. Small buildings go on the damage track. If there aren't any small buildings currently on the damage track, place one on the space marked for your number of players. Otherwise, place it in the next available square space, progressing towards the oxygen destroyer marker. And then vehicles are moved off the board when destroyed. Destroyed vehicles and lightning generators do not go on the damage track. They may re-enter play during the event phase. All right, dealing damage. Great question. How do you deal damage? So when you choose a card's attack value for damage, or an effect allows you to damage a kaiju, your opponent can choose to defend with a card in their hand. If your attack value is equal to or lower than the defense value, your attack is blocked and nothing further happens. If your attack value is greater than the opposing defense value, you win the chance to take a trophy. Subtract the defense value, if any, from the attack value on the power card and take an equal number of cards from the target's kaiju deck. Look at the dominance value on the card or cards drawn. Take the card with the highest dominance value and place it face down in your trophy pile. If multiple cards have the highest value, only one is taken. Place the remaining cards in the opponent's discard pile. You may never take a card with 0 dominance value as a trophy. If all the cards you draw after an attack have 0 dominance, your opponent is considered to have withstood the attack. If the attack card lists other effects in addition to dealing damage, resolve those effects after dealing damage. If the defense card lists other effects in addition to reducing damage, resolve those effects after all effects on the attack card have been resolved.
I hope that you're absorbing this.
Oh, yeah. So damage is just you get to draw cards and you get trophies. So damage isn't damage, it's just scoring points for dominance.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So we're practically invincible.
No, we are literally invincible. Yeah.
Okay. That I have the feeling that yellow thing goes on your head count.
Yes, somebody already said that, but it wasn't shown in the picture, so I'm not totally convinced that that's the case. All right, so ranged attacks are for damage only. They can't be used against buildings or vehicles. So small, large buildings, vehicles, and other kaiju between you and your target do not obstruct ranged attacks. Cool? Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So discard action. Each kaiju has 2 discard actions shown on its kaiju mat. To take one of these actions, discard a kaiju card, ignoring its stated effects, and apply one of the effects described on your kaiju mat. So, for example, I have throw a vehicle or kaiju 1 space or move 1 space with momentum.
I have discard a card, throw a vehicle or kaiju 1 space, or move 1 space with momentum.
So if it's saying with momentum, does that mean you get to play another card?
You can play another card, or you can take another discard action.
Okay.
So it's like stepping.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so passing. So instead of playing a card or taking a discard action, you can choose to pass. If you pass on 1 turn, you can still take actions the next time it comes around to you. All right, so the King of Monsters token denotes the first player to act in each round, but it also provides 2 additional benefits. If you have the token at the start of a round, you draw 1 extra kaiju card, and if you have the token at the end of the game, you gain 2 extra dominance value. Whenever you damage the current King of Monsters, whether or not you gain a trophy, you always take the King of Monsters token. So,
Okay.
that's how that moves. All right, refresh phase. So players may choose to keep or discard any number of cards remaining in their hands before drawing up to a hand of 5 cards. The player with the King of Monsters token draws up to 6 cards. And if you reach the bottom of your kaiju deck, shuffle your discard pile and place it face down as your new deck. Activate any special kaiju abilities or enhancements. Event phase. Activate both events in their assigned order. The first event card must be completely resolved before the second event card is activated. Yeah, let's not worry too much about that until we actually get there and realize we need to know anything about it. All right, check to see if the game has ended. So, if the Oxygen Destroyer marker and the small building tokens have passed each other on the damage track, the game ends. If the Oxygen Destroyer marker has not passed or is only adjacent to a small building token, a new round begins and play proceeds to the Oxygen Destroyer phase.
So we want to be destroying buildings so that the oxygenator can't pass it.
No. So assuming we destroyed no small buildings, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds of the game. If we destroy 1 small building, then there will only be at most 7 buildings in the game, because as soon as this passes this, game over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And at the end of the game, you count the total dominance value on the cards in your trophy pile, and the player who holds the King of Monsters gets 2 extra, and highest dominance value wins the game. So,
Shall we get started?
let's do it.
Okay.
So, Mr. 10-year-old, you are up first. Do you remember your choices?
Not much. Not really.
You play cards.
No, you can play a card, or you can do your kaiju discard action, or you can pass.
Okay. Don't have any moving cards. Make a ranged attack. So that is what that does.
Just pick a card, because you don't
Okay.
really know what they all do anyway.
No, apparently this is for this right here. And it starts on 0.
Spend 1 energy and play power up. So enhancement. When you make a ranged attack, discard this to increase the damage by 1 and gain an extra trophy.
Okay.
So, all right, sounds great. So, Ames?
I draw 2 cards, right?
Mrs. Dad, why do you draw cards?
Do I draw 2 cards at the end of my turn?
Why would he draw
No, you
two
don't draw
cards?
any cards
No,
at the end of your
okay.
turn.
Yeah.
Why would you think you drew cards?
Because.
No, that's saying you draw 1 extra card
At
when we
the
get to
start
the
of the
refresh
round.
round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to do Shobijin song. So this goes in my discard. I gain 2 energy and draw a card, and it costs 0 to play.
Okay. So, here is what I am going to do. I'm going to play Rush. Rush is move 3 spaces. Yep. And I have momentum. So now I'm going to play Thunderspark. So Thunderspark, I grow ahead because I have a plus head symbol on here. And if, so it's an attack of 2, so I'm going to throw this train 1, 2 spaces at you.
Okay.
So that's 1 damage. Are you going to play a defense card?
So I'll go ahead and do this dodge.
Okay,
Right.
so it costs 0 energy, so you can play that no problem. And what's the defense on it?
2.
2. Okay, so because you played a defense card, I get 2 energy.
Is that like a special ability thing
It's
you have?
yeah, something it says on there, but you take no
So-
damage.
So then it also says move 1 space, so I do that as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do that there. And I'll move 1 space.
All right, so I threw a vehicle, and so I guess the vehicle is destroyed.
Sure.
That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so I think I
And
get
because
the
I was
reward
in
for
the space,
that.
it didn't destroy a building.
So I get 3 energy, or maybe not. Maybe that's not counting as destroying it.
Let's say it is.
Oh no, and destroy both the thrown vehicle as well as one small or large building or vehicle in the space where it lands, removing them from the board. So
Okay,
cool.
so does
All
this
right.
also get destroyed?
No, because I threw it at you.
Okay.
I threw it at you. So
Okay.
cool. So Benjamin,
Do
it is your
these
turn.
give you energy? Yeah.
If you destroy them, yes. All right, so I got
And
3
you
energy
destroy
for that.
them by walking over them.
No, by throwing
Throwing
things into them.
at them.
Okay.
Or attacking them directly, right?
No, you can only attack kaiju and vehicles.
Okay.
Well, still do this.
Things can land in the space and destroy things, but yeah.
So with the momentum, after this I would get to do something else.
Yes.
Yes, you'd have to discard it in order to move a space, but then you would get to do one more thing.
So I will discard this and I will move 1 space. I can move here.
Okay. It's too bad there's no ram attack.
Right?
Then I will play this. It's free. Destroy a vehicle or small building in your space.
So then you've also got this over here. So I think you get bonuses. Oh no, I guess it's just stating it.
Yeah, it's just stating what those energy sources are.
Okay.
Okay. So I destroy this.
And then you do have some special rules. I don't know what the special
Get
rules
2
are.
points. Godzilla may throw vehicles and kaiju 1 space farther than the usual.
Cool.
So does this go right here?
Yes, if he destroyed that small building, it goes right there.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have, and that was a momentum. So then I will spend 2 and play Heat Ray, which is 4 damage, and it has a range of 2.
Okay.
I think I will target. Does it really matter?
So
No.
because it's damage, and because it's got because it's a ranged attack with damage, you can only use it for damage, which means that you cannot be used against buildings or vehicles.
So it has to be used against monsters.
Right.
Yep.
Like, does it really matter if I target at one of the monsters?
No.
I don't think it really does.
Not right now.
So whoever you think has better defense or whatever.
Which I think is basically only cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll target Mom then.
Okay. So it's how much damage? 4 damage?
4 damage. Any defense
I mean, I
cards?
don't have any defense cards.
All right. So he draws 4 cards from your deck and then picks the highest value.
So is it the number along the
Yep,
bottom?
the number along
That
there.
one?
So this
Yep.
one?
And then you put it into your trophy pile.
Which I think
Here's
is
my
up here,
trophy
actually.
pile.
No, it's face down. Are those the trophy piles
I
up there?
mean, that would make sense to me. I don't know what else
No,
it's for.
Godzilla. It goes in Godzilla's stack. Because Godzilla got the trophy. And then the
And
rest of
then-
yours get discarded.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. All right, Ames. What's up?
Okay. I will play this one for free. It's a momentum movement.
Should have
So go
discarded
1,
this.
2.
And I didn't. So
I don't
it's
have to move
too
the full
late.
movement. It can just
No.
be up 2.
No, up
Okay. And I will do Stinger Spray on Godzilla, 1 damage.
to. Okay.
Do you have any defense?
I
Do you?
don't. I do, but I don't think I want to do it.
Okay, so you draw one card off the top of his deck, and as long as it's not a 0, you get to.
So wait, why did he get to draw 4? Was that his special thing?
He did 4 damage. Each damage you do is how many
Oh,
cards you
okay.
get to draw. So you
So-
get 1. So that goes in Mothra's trophy pile.
Okay. And then I do it again. Because it says after this attack is fully resolved, including any defense cards played by the target, repeat this attack. Are you going to block it this time?
No.
Okay.
Nice. All done?
I am all done. Oh, it cost 2 to do that.
Yep. All right, so I'm spending 1 to do Taunt, Enhancement, gain 1 energy whenever you are targeted by a Kaiju attack. All right, Mr. 10-year-old. You can also pass if you don't want to play that card or discard it.
Pass.
Okay, Ames.
Okay, I will now pay 2 to do a silk spray targeting you, 1 damage.
Okay, I take it.
You take it? Okay. So I may look at your hand and take a trophy from it.
What? What? Pass.
Mr. 10-year-old?
I pass.
Are we going to be like recharging momentum?
What
I
do you
mean, recharging energy?
No, that's only through the stuff that you do out here.
Okay. Then I will discard this to gain an energy and then pass.
Okay, wait, you can discard that to get energy?
Well, yeah, or gain 1 energy with momentum.
Oh, you actually, so that's actually different than what I thought. We maybe all had the same actions on it. So,
Nope.
All right, so then I pass.
So if I were to do my discard card, I could throw a vehicle or Kaiju 1 space. Could I throw Mom here and get the energy for it and trophies?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it deal damage to her?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have any
because-
hands, cards.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So,
So I would get trophies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, discard that. Throw the Kaiju 1 space.
Okay, so where are you throwing me?
For you here.
Okay. So then this building is destroyed, so
4
you
energy.
get 4 energy.
nice.
Okay. And I guess it just kind of goes off to the side.
Yep, just kind of discard it off to the side.
And does she take any damage at all? I don't
Oh, so
1
you
damage.
get
1 damage.
Yeah.
nothing.
0.
All right, Ames.
I don't have anything, so I pass.
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 All right.
Okay.
So we are now in the refresh phase. So once we've all passed consecutively, we are going to discard any number of cards from our hands and draw cards until we have 5 cards in our hand. Oh wait, did anybody do damage to you?
Yes.
So you got the King of the Monster token, but then he dealt damage
right.
to you, and so wait. How did that go?
The
you
last
dealt.
person that dealt
No. So
damage
you
was-
dealt damage to him,
Mm-hmm.
so you would have got it. Then I attacked you, so I got it. But then you attacked me, so you got it, and then he attacked you, so he got it back.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So it moved all around. We just got to keep track of that. All right. So draw until you have 5 cards in your hand.
Okay, I have an ability that takes place at this time.
Okay. In
After-
the refresh phase.
Yeah. Well, it says after drawing your new hand for the round, choose a building in an adjacent space and gain all the benefits other kaiju would get from destroying it. You are not affected by jets, tanks, or battleships.
All right.
So I drew 5 cards. And then this is an adjacent building. So I'll gain the effects that other people would have gotten, which is 8 energy.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Wait. No. 4 energy.
All other monsters.
No. 4. You get 4 energy for it. It's saying the. Say it again.
Choose a building in an adjacent space and gain all the benefits other kaiju would get from destroying it.
Yeah. Other kaiju would get. Other kaiju would get 4 energy for destroying it, not 8.
Right, I was totaling your 2.
No. It's not saying get it as if each monster gained it. It's
Okay.
just saying,
Okay.
yeah.
Do I draw 1 more because of this?
Yes, you do. All right, so event phase. And we're locked. If you want to jump in as a table judge or anything on this, feel free to. You've got amazing judging skills, and we're always happy to have you keep us on the straight and narrow. All right, so event phase. So we're going to activate and resolve the event cards in their assigned order. So rush hour, activate. The player who is last in turn order moves each train one space along its track. If fewer than 2 trains remain on the board, each player except the King of Monsters places a train on a track space that does not contain a train following setup rules. There can never be multiple trains on the same track. Trains are worth 3 energy when destroyed. So every train moves, is that what we said?
Yeah.
I move each train one space. Cool. Cool. All right, and now Armored Assault. So move each tank one space toward the nearest Kaiju. All right, at the number of tanks on the board, players lose 1 energy for each tank occupying the same or adjacent space as their Kaiju. Interesting. And actually, that one would have moved right there. Yeah, so.
Lose an energy?
Yeah, so I lose an energy.
So actually, Godzilla loses 2 energy.
Yep.
And I lose an energy, and you lose an energy,
Yep.
right?
How
Yep.
do I lose 2?
Because there's one in
One
your
there
space and
and
there's
one
one
there.
right there.
Oh.
Okay. If the number of tanks on the board is equal to or fewer than the number of players, each player except the King of the Monsters places a tank on the board following setup rules. Boom.
Okay.
There you go. That actually feels a little more useful than G-tanks.
Now the tank I place on.
They
Why?
don't.
Yeah? No?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. They're less.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's all monsters except the King of Monsters. Because you're King of Monsters, you wouldn't get to put out any of them.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, and so with that, we are back at the top. So Oxygen Destroyer moves. And now it's action phase.
Okay, so if I were to end my space on this, would I get the energy for landing on top of these 2 buildings?
What?
Do I get stuff for being on top of these?
No.
No?
You don't destroy them for walking into them.
Okay.
At least I don't remember it
No,
saying.
I have a special card that gives me that ability, so I would assume you guys don't have it by default.
Yeah, you don't destroy them for just being there. You have to throw things into them to destroy them.
Well, I will rush. That is free. So I move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3.
Okay?
Okay, then I will discard this, I think. Discard dorsal
Did
plates.
it have momentum?
Yeah.
Okay.
To destroy, throw vehicle or kaiju on the space.
Okay.
So I will throw this vehicle. 1, 2.
1 space. Can you
But
count?
I throw 1 space farther than the usual.
Yep.
Okay. That is odd that it would, on the exact same card, do it that way. But
Yeah. But, no, it makes sense
yeah,
what he's
sure,
saying.
Sure.
So, you get 5 energy.
Okay. So my turn.
And that has
No,
momentum.
no. There's an or. There's an or right there, sweetie.
Oh.
They don't both have momentum. See how mine has momentum both places? So I think you did something last time you shouldn't have. Okay.
No,
I
I
don't think he did.
moved.
He
I
moved.
moved.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
didn't.
I
He
did.
didn't attack too.
Okay. So I'm going to spend 2 energy to do Protector, which is an enhancement. Whenever I move, gain 1 energy for each building in the space you end your movement. Okay. Done.
Okay, I get to look at a card and either put it back or I'm going to put that right there. And I move 4. Actually, I guess I move 4 spaces first. So 1, 2. Yeah, right here. That feels good. All right. It's your turn.
Mr. 10-year-old.
Okay. I'm going to spend 5 energy to do Mega Heat Ray. So it's a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. 6 damage and destroy a building in a space between you and your target. So I would destroy this.
Okay.
Okay, so I got 4 energy.
No, you don't. Not yet. That happens
No?
after the attack is
Okay.
over.
So 6 damage.
Okay, I will use Rebirth. The defensive Rebirth is equal to the strength of the attack it blocks -1, and I place Mothra on a board edge. So that means that you will get 1 trophy card as opposed to however many.
Yep.
So 1.
1.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get some of those sweet trophy cards.
And I will place Mothra over here.
Okay.
And then, do you have anything else to resolve?
That, and then I get only 4 energy.
Okay, and that did not have momentum, so it is my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can attack buildings with the claws as long as it's not ranged.
No, you can only throw. You can either throw kaiju or you can throw vehicles. So you can throw vehicles into buildings, but you can't attack the buildings directly.
You can't attack. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
In
as
that
best I can
case,
tell, all attacking in this game is
I'm
based
gonna
on throwing
go there
stuff.
instead.
Okay.
Okay. And do antenna beams, which is free. So it's a 1 attack. So that means that I then throw it,
You throw it 1 space.
and it's a range of 3.
No. Range of 3 can only be used for damaging. So if you want to use the range part of it, you can only use that to attack a monster directly.
Oh.
If you use the 1 with the slash, it means you're going to pick up a vehicle and throw it 1 space, or take a monster and throw the monster 1 space.
Okay. So this is if I want to just do melee, and then, which could be something in my space.
Right. Or you can do a 1 damage attack with a range of 3 and just shoot a kaiju.
Okay. But I gain this 2 energy either way, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will just I want to throw this. How do I
Okay.
throw it? Just use the top part?
Yeah, you can throw it 1 space.
I'm going to throw it 1 space. Okay?
Where are you throwing it?
If I throw it here,
It would hit me.
it would hit you.
Yep, for 1 damage.
Okay. All right. So are you going to block it?
Yes, I will block it.
Okay. But I still get
2 energy and 3 energy. So you still get 5 energy.
okay.
Yes.
This came from Rush Hour.
What, the vehicle?
That's just saying there were 3 energy when they're
Yeah.
destroyed. Okay. So that is then discarded.
Okay.
And I think that's it for me.
Okay. And so what am I going to do? None of that is really what I want to do. So I'm going to use this, spend 1, make this attack, and I'm going to throw this tank at you.
And so,
It's 1 damage because it's a tank hitting
okay.
you.
What does the 2 do for you when it's a
Up to a
vehicle?
distance 2. So I could throw it 1,
Okay,
2,
okay.
or just 1.
Okay,
Yep.
so you threw it to me.
Yep.
I do not have any defense cards.
Okay. So so you take a damage. Sweet. And if this attack isn't fully blocked, put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck.
We need to remember to move this around.
I didn't attack him though.
Oh, it's only for attacking him?
Yes.
That you get it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, cool. And then I got an energy for that. So, Mr. 10-year-old.
Okay, so I will discard this to move 1 space. Then I will spend, because you're 3 spaces away, spend another 5 to do another mega heat ray. And then also, does gain mean that like I roll like I just
What?
if I discard this I deal an extra damage and gain an extra trophy. Does gain mean I put an extra trophy in my pile?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to check on that. Okay, so I will discard this, and I deal 1 more damage and draw 1 more card.
All right, so you get a 1 and a 2.
Everything else is 1s and 0s. Wow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep, because he did his action.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna spend 3, 1, 2, 3, and do Sky Drop. So I have a 4 attack and a range of 1. Does that mean that you're within range?
Yes, so you could shoot me 1 space
Oh, I
away,
forgot.
4 damage.
I also
Okay.
destroyed this
How?
because it's a mega heat ray.
Okay, so you get to draw a card and you get 2 energy.
Okay. So yeah, I'll attack you for 4 then.
Okay?
So yeah, are you defending?
No.
Okay. So I draw 4 and I pick the highest.
The highest, which is a 2, so pick one of those 2. Okay?
And then I can place the target within 2 spaces.
Okay. All right. I pass.
Okay. Oh, wow, you moved a lot closer to me. All right. So that means less discarding for me, thankfully. I am going to spend 2 energy to do a heat ray on you. Do you want to defend?
Nope.
No?
How much damage is it?
4.
Okay. There's a 2.
Okay. On your turn.
It's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Do I have to be in the space with the vehicle in order to throw it?
Yes.
Okay, then I am going to pass.
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 All right, everybody passed. So we now draw up to our max hand size of 5.
So we are drawing up, so I'm choosing a building in an adjacent space, which I'm assuming does not include the one that I'm in, right?
Right.
Okay, so it's
there's
just
none.
these.
The small buildings, yeah.
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 And those are, I guess that's 2, right? It's just 2 energy,
Is
right?
it 2? Yep, 2 energy.
Okay.
Okay. So, anybody have any other end of turn effects? Enhancements, building effects, anything like that? Nope. Nope. So did you draw an extra card, Benjamin, for the building that you destroyed? You did that earlier.
yeah, I did
Okay.
that
Yeah.
earlier.
So technically, I think you're supposed to wait until the end of the game, at the end of the round, to do that. So
Oh, because
Don't worry about
I
it.
drew heat ray.
don't
for
worry
that.
about it. That's fine. We're learning. All right. Event phase. So the trains are going to go. I don't think there are fewer than 2 trains remaining. So this train is just going to go here, and this train's going to go right there. And then the tanks all move 1 space closer to the nearest kaiju. Presumably not through water because,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so Godzilla, you and I each lose 3. And then you lose
None.
0. And the trigger for this is equal to or fewer than the number of players, but there's 4, so we're good. All right, and so now we go to the Oxygen Destroyer phase. And Godzilla, it is your turn.
Okay, so I will do rush. So I can move 1, 2, 3. Then
Which space are you on?
I'm on this space.
Okay. You just look like you were halfway on both.
Makes sense. Okay, then I will discard a card.
He has a lot of momentum, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'll discard this. And I will throw this vehicle
Okay, can I throw the train?
train
so you can throw it up to 2 spaces.
Throw it 1, 2 to that.
So 4 and 3.
7,
Okay,
which
so my
is
turn.
a lot, and that is good.
I'm going to spend 2 to get another enhancement. Whenever I am damaged before my opponent claims trophies, look at the top card of your deck. You may return it or discard it.
All right.
Done?
So I'm going to do momentum, speed of 3. And then Screech, which costs 1. And so I draw 2 cards, and then I discard a card from my hand, but I gain a head.
So what
So
do
that's
heads
cool.
do?
I'm sure he has cards that leverage them at some point.
Yep.
Or an ability. Oh, looks like you have an ability.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Right.
it's your turn, Godzilla.
Okay, so I think I will spend 3, 1, 2, 3, and do tail slide. So I move 2 and deal 3 damage. So I will do the 3 damage first to you.
Okay, so you're going to throw me 3 spaces?
2. I think I will. 1, 2.
Okay, so these get destroyed along the way. So you
Just 4 energy.
Yep, and then you get 2, and you can look at the top card of your deck and put it back.
Card of any kaiju deck.
Oh, and this is why you would care about what was on the top so that you knew whether or not you wanted to attack them right then.
Right.
So, which kaiju deck are you going to look at? Pick quickly.
I think I'll
No,
look
it's too
at-
late. I mean, he looks at it, but he already destroyed. I mean, he's damaging me, so he's getting that card regardless.
Yeah, so are you going to look?
I am going to look at yours.
Okay.
Sorry, you only got
There you
one
go.
of those buildings. You only destroy one thing in each space that
I
it
forgot
passes
what it
through.
was.
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
Yep.
Okay. So that is.
Do we
All right,
just
but
shuffle these if we
These
run
are all
out?
0s, so no trophies. And then I shuffle my deck, and
Okay.
And I don't get the last one.
I don't think so.
No.
Nope, I don't think so. So you're done? And that was not momentum, so it's my turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
I am going to
Wait,
do...
wait. I need to move 2 spaces. Sorry, forgot.
Okay, I'm going to do a Shobijin song, so I gain 2 energy and draw a card. Okay. Hark.
Okay, so I'm going to rush 3 spaces. And that has momentum. And so then I will play Gravity Beam. Gravity Beam gets me an extra head. It's a level 2 attack at range 2, so I'm going to attack you, Godzilla. You blocking it?
What's the damage?
2.
Okay, I will do dorsal plates. If this fully blocks an attack, you may take a power-up card from your discard pile and add it to your hand.
A power-up card?
Huh.
Are there some that are called power-up? That's probably what it is.
Oh, right. Now I know. It's
Okay.
these.
Oh, and I paid
Oh,
2
yeah,
to
it
do
says
that.
power up at the top.
Okay.
That's what the card's called.
All right, and I'm all done.
But you attacked him, right?
Yeah, but I don't...
Oh, you have to actually deal
Oh,
damage.
have to damage.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's lucky. Okay. Hey!
Healthiness.
Excuse me.
2 spaces. Need a vehicle. Okay. I will discard this to move 1. And it has momentum. Then I will spend 2 energy, do tail whip. It's 2 damage. If this attack is not fully blocked, you may throw a vehicle in your space up to 2 spaces.
So who are you attacking?
I'm attacking you.
Okay, you gotta say that.
Sorry.
All right, you get a 2-point trophy.
2 point, you're not blocking it, so
No, clearly.
I will throw the...
It's the only one there. Where are you throwing it?
I think I'll throw it It's
Here?
Draw a card. Yeah, there.
Okay, so that destroys this, right?
Yep. So you get 5 energy, and you'll draw a card an extra card at the start of your turn. So we'll put this in front
let's
of you
put
to
that in front of
remind.
him. Okay, that did not have momentum, so it is now my turn. So I will discard this Stinger Spray to move 2 spaces in a straight line. There we go. I guess he destroyed that building. So I'll go here. And then I will pay 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to do poison scales against Godzilla.
Okay, so I can't block it since
Okay.
I only have 1 card.
So 4 damage. Does that mean that I
You
draw
get
4?
4 cards and take the highest.
Okay. Okay, here you go. And I got this. And if the attack is not fully blocked,
Those go in your discard pile, not in your hand.
Okay.
If the attack is not fully blocked, take one of the target's enhancements and play as an additional trophy. It looks like you don't have any right now. And it was a range of 1. Does that mean I throw him or just that?
Did you do it? No, that would mean you could do a ranged attack with damage if you wanted, but you didn't.
Oh, okay.
So wait, hold on. You attacked him,
Mhm.
so you throw him 4 spaces.
Okay.
All right. So each space that he passes through, you destroy 1 building.
Okay.
Maybe not the big buildings though. Destroy 1 small building or vehicle in each space through which a kaiju is thrown. And I think it's the maximum distance. So you could have him end up in this building here if you wanted to destroy the big one.
Oh, okay. Sure. So then where he ends, he also gets a big building?
Mhm.
Okay. So that's not energy though, right? On that,
It's
that's-
2 energy, and you get to look at
Oh,
the card.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll look at his card. Okay. And I get 2 energy. Okay, done.
I pass.
Okay, spend 2 to get a enhancement. Bellowing roar.
Oh, hold on a second.
What? What did I do
All right.
wrong?
So you can either use a card for damage or for the throwing. So I guess you used that for damage because you drew 4 cards and picked one, right? So technically he's back there, and we put the thing back, and you give back the 2 energy or whatever. Okay.
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 So enhancement.
about that. I am
Whenever you
trying.
play a defense
No, you're fine.
card,
It's-
you may draw a card. That's my turn,
Okay, Ames.
and I pass.
Okay. I will pay 0 to use this to move 1 space. I will move right here because in so doing, I gain 1 energy for each building in the space you end your movement in. So that's 2.
Nice.
Done.
All right, I pass.
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 Okay, so cleanup phase, draw up to your maximum hand size.
I
Benjamin, don't forget
draw.
that you draw an extra card because of the building, and Ames, you draw an extra card because you are king of the monsters.
Oh.
And then Benjamin, you will move all of the trains 1 space. There are no trains on the board.
Why does he move them?
Because he is the last player in turn
Oh,
order.
okay.
So, because we check that now, and you are king of the monsters, so you are first player in turn order. So, fewer than 2 trains remain. So each player, except the king of the monsters, puts a train on a track. We should probably do a better job of keeping these separate. So there's a train for you to put out on a track.
Put it on the space I'm in.
Cool. All right, and then down here, each tank moves 1 space toward the...
Oh, I'm not affected by tanks. I bet that's what this is in reference to.
Oh, so you don't lose energy for it?
Yeah.
Okay. There are only... Oh, no, there's 4, and that's closest, so I lose 2 energy. At Godzilla,
Mr. 10-year-old,
you lose 1.
Okay, and I go ahead and I do my thing. I'll pick this building, so I get 2 energy.
Yep.
And I'll look at the top. Okay, done.
All right.
So I get us started, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you say you can use it for dealing the damage, does that mean that you don't then get the text underneath it? So like,
No, you still get the whole thing.
okay, okay. Okay, so I will go ahead and I'll do these antenna beams, which are free. There is not a vehicle in my space, so there is nothing for me to throw, but I can deal 1 damage. So I will target you for 1 damage. Okay. So I keep it, and then I gain 2 energy.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Cool. I'm going to spend 1 to do snapping jaws, and I'm going to throw this tank into this building, and so I get
We
3.
moved to that, right?
No, we forgot to.
Okay.
So 3 energy, and I guess look at the top card of your deck, Benjamin. Okay.
That's why I attacked you.
It's your turn.
Okay. So, Dad, you know how there's how
Just
you
do
fought?
it, bud. Just do it.
There's-
Literally,
okay.
just do it.
So I'm gonna play Body Slam.
That's true. There is a body slam in this game.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
So, are you going to?
No.
No. Okay.
So what are you doing?
Throw you 3
You're not in my
spaces.
space, so you can't throw me.
Oh,
You have to be in my space if you want to throw me.
I have 2 of these. Discard that to move, and it has momentum.
Okay.
And then I would attack
why do
you.
you think it has momentum?
No, he discarded a card to do
Oh,
his discard
oh,
ability
oh,
with
okay,
momentum.
okay, okay,
And
okay.
so now you're throwing
Now
me
I'm
2 spaces.
doing that. So, 1, 2, 3.
No,
Straight line.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
There you go. So you destroy 1 building along the way in each of them.
1, 2.
Okay.
Okay, so
So that's 1 damage, and
that
it's a 0.
was 2.
No,
No?
you used it for a throw.
Oh,
when you use
right.
it for a throw, that is how far you throw me, and I take a damage.
Sorry.
It's okay. So that gets discarded.
Your turn, Mom.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to do poison scales against you.
It's me.
Mm-hmm.
Attack the wrong person. Okay. So I will do Scaled Hide.
Okay. So you gain 1 energy for each point of damage this card doesn't block, so you get 2 energy.
Mm-hmm.
But you did not fully block it, so I'll get this, which is blank. But then I also take one of your target's enhancements and play as an additional trophy.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That's like the only one of those I have in my entire deck.
Well, that is why I attacked you, though. Okay, I'm done.
All right, let me finish shuffling his deck here real quick so he can have a deck. It's very important. Okay, I'm going to spend 4 energy, and I'm going to play Triple Beam, which is a barrage. It's range 3, 1, 2, 3. I deal 6 damage to you.
Me?
Godzilla, yes.
Okay.
Here, I'll
Do you have anything to block it with?
No.
Okay, I get to take 2 additional trophies, so I get 3 trophies.
6.
That's a 0, that's a 1, that's a 0, that's a 0, that's a 1, that's a 0, so 2 points.
Wow.
And my head meter goes back down to 0. All right, it's your turn.
Okay, so I will discard this to move one space.
Okay.
No, actually, I don't need to do that since they're. Never mind. Thought about it some more. Okay, I will spend 2 energy to do amphibious. So, gain 2 energy when you start the round in a water space.
Nice.
Defense cards you play in water spaces get plus 1 defense.
Cool. And that's your only thing you're doing, right?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to discard this to move 2 spaces in a straight line with momentum. So I get 2 energy for doing that. Because of that enhancement, 1 energy for each building in the space you and your movement in.
Okay.
And I am going to do it again. And then I will spend 2 to do supersonic flight. So move as many spaces as I want. 1, 2, 3, which gives me an additional 1 energy, sorry. And if you end in a space with a kaiju, deal damage equal to the number of spaces moved. So that's 3.
Can't defend it.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right. I am going to discard this card, and I'm going to step with momentum, and then I am going to play Thunder Spark for free and get ahead, and throw this tank at. You got to shuffle your deck because it's. Is that your deck? Okay. I'll throw it at you then.
Okay.
So, gonna block it?
No.
That is too bad. So I get 1 card as a trophy and 1 energy, and I am done.
Mr. 10-year-old?
Okay, so I'm going to do Crushing Grip. I destroy a small building in my space.
Okay. Right here.
And then I will discard this to step right. I think I'll step here.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
What?
I forgot because I was damaged. I could have discarded that card.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
What's my turn?
I pass.
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 All right.
Okay.
Drop to your hand size.
Did you get that for throwing that at me? Or did you have to like explicitly target me?
Oh yeah, I did damage
think
to
you
you.
get it.
So cool. There you go. There you go.
Mothra's OP.
You think so?
Absolutely. Look at the.
Yeah.
Godzilla's doing pretty good too, though. All right. So
Yeah.
And I will
start
gain
building
2
two.
energy.
Two.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 energy.
All right. So Ames, you get to move the trains.
Okay.
And then all the tanks move towards the closest kaiju. I'm going to assume they are going to move towards the king of the monsters in the event of a tie or something like that. And there are only 2 tanks, so Ames, you get to put out 1 tank.
Okay. That's these.
And then Benjamin, you
What's
get
the
to put out a
rules for it?
tank. You put a tank on the board following, so it just has to be on an edge space, non-water, and there can't be other tanks in it. And then Benjamin gets to put one out.
Edge space, just not next to water.
Not next.
Not on water.
Okay, I'll place them there.
Okay.
There's a tank on the train tracks.
Okay. And so now, does the energy get lost now then?
Yes.
Okay. So that is
No,
already
no,
resolved.
no, no, no.
Oh,
The
okay.
energy gets lost first, and then
Oh,
the
okay.
tanks go out.
Oh,
So,
okay.
All right.
all right.
In that case, I'll actually.
Okay. Sure. Whatever. Mr. Mom, you go first this time.
Okay. All right. So. I guess I'm going to discard this in order to. Oh, no, it's only a throw. One. Well, no, I'll throw this tank into this building right here and get 3 energy.
Did we move that?
Nope, we just did though. Okay. Godzilla?
Okay. I spend 2 energy. 1, 2. Yep, to do heat ray. Range of 2, 4 damage. You gonna block
No,
it?
no, no. You're either doing the range 2 or you're doing the 4 damage.
No. The 4 damage is at range 2.
Okay.
That's what the range means. The range, you do that damage at range, but you don't get to throw
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Then I'm shooting you. Gonna block it?
I am going to block 2 of it.
Okay. So I will. Okay, so I take.
They're both zeros.
But at least take the King of the Monsters token, since I damaged you.
Yep.
Damaged.
Are you done? I think you're done.
Yep, that was
Okay.
not a momentum
I'm
card.
going to do the song and gain 2 energy and draw a card. Done.
Oh, and I got an energy because I was targeted by a monster attack.
That was fast.
I'm going to spend 2 and play Gravity Beam. Range 2, 2 damage against Godzilla. You going to block it?
How much?
2.
2. That case, I think I will do this.
Okay, fantastic. Did that do anything else for you?
Gain an energy for each point of damage this card doesn't block.
Oh, yeah, so nothing.
So nothing.
Gets nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr.
That's why I
10-year-old.
didn't do anything. Okay, I will now. Are there any vehicles in my spaces? In my space? No. So I will discard this to move. I want to move into space with a vehicle. May throw a vehicle in your space up to 2 spaces. I guess I have to move here.
Okay.
Okay. Then I wait. No, I haven't done this yet.
You did that. Didn't you discard it to move a space with momentum?
Wait.
That's what you
Right.
did.
I
Yeah.
did want to do that
Uh-huh.
because it was this.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, 2
Spend
energy, and I will do Tail Whip, which is 2 damage against you, Mom.
Okay.
Any defense cards?
Yep. We'll do dodge,
Okay.
which also allows me to move 1 space. So, I guess I'll move right here. So I get 2 energy.
Okay.
And that was not momentum, so it is my turn.
Wait.
It's
Oh
just-
wait,
it
it
is
is
fully
fully
blocked.
blocked.
Yep.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will do Skydrop, which costs 3. 1, 2, 3. So range of 1 in order to, I could throw it 4 spaces, right?
if you are in the space, if you're in the same space as a vehicle or a kaiju, you could throw them 4 spaces, but you're not. So, okay.
Okay.
So you've moved. So now you can throw him up to 4 spaces in a straight line, no range.
Okay. So, throwing you 4 spaces.
Defend 3 so that you only get 1
No.
trophy.
She will get 0 because throwing only deals 1 damage.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
So you get to destroy a building in every space you move through. So those go boom and boom. No, that's pretty smart.
So whenever it moves, it'll go here.
No, it'll go here in the game.
Okay, so you block the damage.
Oh.
So that's discarded. And that was my turn.
Okay.
Okay. I'll play Soar. Move right here. Do you have any cards in your hand, Benjamin?
No.
I have 2 cards in my hand.
I'll move right here, and I get to look at 1 card
From your deck.
from my deck, and then either keep or discard it. All right, Benjamin. No cards?
No cards. So I am forced to pass.
All right.
I have to pass.
Okay, I'm going to discard this in order to do a SWAT power attack against this at you.
Okay.
So that's 1 damage.
Wait, swap power attack?
Yeah. He's just calling it swap power attack, sweetie.
Did I get you?
You did.
All right, so I get 1 card for doing 1 damage.
First I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to discard it. So now you get a card.
Mm-hmm. And so it's a 0. All right, your turn.
Have we been remembering
Your
to
turn?
check on the meat?
Yes,
Yes.
it's done.
Okay,
It's out
pass.
of the oven. Pass.
All right, and now I am going to spend 1, 2, 3, and go for the throat. So that's 4 damage against you.
Okay, I will spend 3, 1, 2, 3, and block 3 of the 4.
Okay, so I get 1 from there, and I get the 1 out of your hand.
I'll leave that one there. So then it goes here.
All right, and my heads all go away. All right, so that's the end of that. It's not the end of the game yet because they have not passed each other yet, but this is now the last round of the game.
Oh, okay. So we have 1 more round.
Yep, we have this round that we are playing right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And we need to do these things, right?
Yeah, so last in player order.
So
So
it's
the
you.
train's going to move, and then we each put out a train, Ames.
Oh, they're over there.
And then the tanks move. All right, and are there at least 3 tanks on the board?
Yes.
Cool, there are, and so I
Mr.
lose an
10-year-old,
energy.
You lose an energy. No, sorry, I mixed up who was who.
Yep. All right, and so Godzilla, you're up.
Okay. So with the tail slide, could I move 2 and then do 3
Sure.
damage or 3
Yes,
damage? And
sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I will spend 1, 2, 3. Do tail slide. So I move 2. And then I do a 3 damaged attack.
No, you
no,
don't, because you're
no.
not in the same space as anybody, so
Oh.
you have to do a throw.
I will
So you would throw the train that's in
Throw
your
the
space up to 3
train-
spaces in a
throw the
straight line.
train into the train.
Okay. And so you destroy 2 trains, so you get 6 energy.
Okay, and that was not a momentum, so it is my turn. Okay, so I will do a rush for free, so that's 3 movement. And I will do 1, 2, 3, so I get 2 energy.
Okay.
And then I will spend 2 in order, because it has momentum, in order to do supersonic flight. So I will move 1, 2, 3. So I get another energy. And so that's 3 damage to Godzilla.
Does it do 3 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where does it?
Because
It says you move
Oh.
as many spaces as you want. If you end in a space with the kaiju, however many spaces you move, that's how much damage they take.
Okay.
done.
All right, momentum. It's a big old party. And then I'm going to do Thunderspark against Mothra. So I'm going to throw you right here.
Do I take a damage?
You take a damage, but first I get to look at the top card of your deck, and cool, that's good to know.
Okay.
And then that's what you let me take is
Yeah.
my trophy.
Yeah.
All right, Godzilla.
Okay, so I have that, and then I have that. This is probably better.
It's what?
Probably better.
Uh-huh.
Okay, spend 2 energy and do Heat Ray. So range of 2, I will shoot.
Or you can just use the attack against me, because you're right here with me.
I will shoot you, Dad.
Okay.
Wait, do you have a deck?
I forgot to shuffle.
Okay.
Okay,
Some
you
of this
do.
stuff shouldn't even be in here, but that's okay.
Okay, so I will shoot you. Do you have any defense cards that you may use?
Yes, I do. Look at that. 3 block.
Okay, so I will still do 1 damage, and I will get 1 trophy.
And it's a 1. Okay.
Okay. Now it's not momentum, so your
My turn?
turn.
Okay. I'm going to do a rush and move in here. Big old party again. Get an energy. It has a momentum. I'll do stinger spray. So I will throw Godzilla here.
Okay.
Are you blocking it?
I can't.
Okay, so 1.
Sorry.
All right, and then do you get to do that attack again?
I get to do it again, and I'll do it against you.
And what are you doing? Throw me? Just dealing
Just to deal
damage?
damage.
All right.
Because
that's
you
a 0.
deal a damage to me.
Yep.
All done?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to spend 1 and do 2 damage to you.
I am not going to block it.
So you get to look at the top card of your deck and decide if you want to discard it.
Nope.
Okay, and so I
you
get-
get that one and
Cool. Godzilla?
Okay. Well, I'm not very happy that Mom just took that away from me. So as opposed to just doing a normal typical heat ray, we're going to do a mega heat ray.
Okay.
pay 5.
So pay 5. And I am doing it on Mom. 6 damage. Gonna block it?
Nope.
Nope. So,
I'll
6.
leave that one there. 6.
Get that? 2. And there's nothing between us. So,
All right, Ames.
just get that.
Okay. I am going to attack you.
Come on!
You're not blocking it, right?
I can't.
Okay.
But you still get
sorry.
this.
Yep. And then again. And I get that. Done.
All right, and then I'm going 4 spaces.
Mr. 10-year-old?
Well, I will rush over to
Now,
you,
hold on a second.
I
Why are
guess.
you doing that? You could discard it to throw the tank that you're in
Oh,
a space
right.
with to
Yeah.
get the King of the Monsters back.
Yeah.
Discard this. Still need to discard it to throw the tank
Okay.
at
I
you.
don't have any cards.
So,
There we go.
And I will discard that. And pass.
And then I pass.
And I pass.
All right, so that's the end of the game, everybody. So, what did everybody think?
Ugh.
First of all, I want to see one.
Oh, sure. Let's see how bad I lost.
Let's
All right,
see.
Mr. 10-year-old, from me, you did get this. There you go.
3 points. Nice. Okay. Let's make stacks of
I got 9 points.
10. 5 for now. That's a 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 19 points.
21.
Hey, that was really close. I would say that Mothra probably is not OP,
Yeah.
but rather a very finesse-based monster that can do pretty well in the right hands. And I am sure that Ghidorah
Those are the right ones.
could probably be better, but the whole, I don't know, I messed up on a lot of stuff with him, but anyway. So what do everybody think?
That's cool, in my opinion.
Okay, so what do you think is cool about it? You can't just say it's cool. What did you like about
The
it?
whole, like, monsters fighting over to be, like, the king of the monsters.
Okay,
that part's
but we
kinda
played
cool.
Monsterpocalypse, right? So how does this
Monsterpocalypse
stack up?
is better, I think.
Okay, so
If
now this
you-
could still be cool.
If you didn't have Monsterpocalypse as an option, okay, I would say I still wouldn't enjoy it. And I know this is really lame for what my reason is, but the artwork killed me because it was just so dark and monotone and boring in what typically in these action movies is spectacular. This felt...
Well, I don't know. In the Godzilla movie, there's a lot of ash and smoke and burning.
There
and
is, but it's that there's a lot of contrast.
Okay,
With
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
And I just felt like that was missing, and I know it seems lame that would be what I cared about, but the thing that draws me to those games is those movies is the visual spectacle, and there just wasn't visual spectacle in this game when I think about Monsterpocalypse games.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we've been doing this stream for an hour 45 minutes. Now that includes learning the game and everything else. But in this same amount of time, we could have played a game of Monsterpocalypse, which I would have found a lot more fulfilling. And I would have found it a lot more fulfilling because here, you've got resource management with your energy and the cards that you want to play. But like, for example, King Ghidorah is all about getting your heads up, which means you have to have drawn the cards that give you heads. And if you don't get those, then you're kind of sitting here like, okay, I got a bunch of wimpy, sort of mediocre cards. And then to boot, once you start to factor in kind of all of the card denial and everything else that Mothra was doing, I just felt like it was like I can never really get started in this game. Again, the energy management is
Kind of
pretty
like
cool.
with Woodland Alliance and Root.
Yeah,
Like you
kinda
have a lot of trouble just getting started.
Sure. I mean, I think energy management is okay in this game, but there were some people who were energy rich the entire game, and there were other people who weren't. And, you almost need money to make money kind of a thing. You got to be in spaces with vehicles. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just don't see...
It also, again, I know I'm harping on theme here, okay? But I didn't feel like Mothra for some reason.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a movie with Mothra in it other than King of the Monsters?
No.
So...
Okay, not a lot going on with Mothra in that movie. The movement was just, I don't know. The fact that you're drawing cards in order to determine what you're doing, but also having a mini on the board. When I see a mini on the board, I want to have the freedom to execute all possible actions, to put myself in a position to execute all possible actions. And I had, I think, 3 turns in a row where I didn't draw any movement cards.
Yeah, so then you got to be discarding cards to do movement. But the problem is that it's like, well, this card is better not being used for movement and things like that. And so, yeah, I mean, I get that it forces you to make some choices and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, I think if you're desperate for a Godzilla game, this is probably okay. But
I mean, and to be fair, it took less effort to learn the rules to this game than a game like Monsterpocalypse. So if you are a less intense player, I could definitely see this scratching that itch.
But see, at the same time, there was enough fiddliness to these rules. I mean, you guys were still struggling to understand how the attack cards worked by the end.
Yeah, that's true.
And some of that's because we rushed through kind of getting started and everything else. But let's see. Your movement being tied to cards feels like it made the game grind in weird places. Yeah, I would agree with that 100%, Ralock. Because you're like, I've got this awesome card in my hand that's going to do a ton of damage. But in order for me to use it, I have to be in the same space as a kaiju, which means I have to discard a card to move one space. Again, in Monsterpocalypse, you always get movement, right? And I think that if monsters here always had movement, so you could always be positioning for attacks, that would be huge. But there were so many times when I'm looking at it, it's like, well, I mean, I need to get some energy so I can play these cards, so I got to get in a space with the vehicle, so I can flick it over here, so then I got to discard all these cards, which means I have to discard the card that I wanted to use, so I'm building up energy to hope that I draw interesting cards on my next turn.
Yeah, like that one time. I mean, you saw me do that move and attack however far you move.
Yeah.
But that only works if you are in a. It's incredibly based and dependent on your placement, and when you just don't have the cards to do that, I mean, I was taking like my whole hand to execute that.
Yeah, I mean, I get the map is small, but have a little built-in movement for everybody.
Just like one, maybe at least. I don't know.
Well, I guess the other thing is with those ranged attacks, right? So most of Mothra's attacks had range. It felt like.
Yeah, I think almost all of them did.
And I'd say maybe about half of mine had range. So that range is kind of like free movement at some level,
And
right?
I don't know where my cards were going.
Yours were about 50-50 with range. And I mean, I think you actually had a fair amount of range too. But at the end of the day, the range is kind of like free movement, except that it's very limited in what you can do with it. So yeah, I'd say, give every monster a couple of movement points, let you buy extra movement with discarding. I like that mechanism. That's like spending your 8 ice to step in Monsterpocalypse. You're trading, you're sort of giving up the other value that it could have to get this more basic value, but that more basic value, if you do it right, is worth a lot, right? So, yeah, I don't know, that's what I'd want to say, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because of the card drawing too, it can just feel like it stalls and you're like, and how am I supposed to get out of this?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, I mean, again, if Monsterpocalypse didn't exist, I would say if you're into Godzilla, go for it. But with Monsterpocalypse existing, I don't know that I would really recommend this.
Yeah, so here's the other thing I'm going to kind of poo-poo on a little bit, like the trains, moving the trains around, right? Like, I get the kind of core idea of like, oh, rush hour, the trains are moving. There were 5 spaces on the map that had trains on them. 2 of them were connected and 3 of them were connected. I mean, at some level, like, that event is meh. It's nothing's happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well. Ooh, you want to get a close-up of a model. Let's see.
Do a couple of them so you can
all right.
poo-poo on those.
Let's see.
I mean, Godzilla's okay.
I'll take some pictures and post them on Discord, too. I don't think you're going to be able to see them very well. This is not a very good camera, but I'll take some pictures, post them on Discord. I'd say that the quality of the models is mediocre.
At best.
If you ever had like the Monster in My Pocket models from back in the 90s, I'd say that they're pretty much on par with that.
You know, like those little plastic dinosaurs that you get at museums?
Yeah.
Like the little tiny ones, not the big ones, the tiny ones that you get, where that's what these are like.
Yeah, I mean, they've got enough detail that they're very recognizable, and they don't look bad on the table, but no one's going to be painting these up. And it looks like they did a dirty wash on them to give them a little bit of depth, which, again, I can appreciate, like, the minuscule amount of effort, or something just happened with our batch and these things are filthy. I don't know.
The bots found us.
What? Oh, yeah, I want to get huge. Hey, listen, what is that? B-Grapha, bunch of numbers. Tell you what, you get me an extra 1,000 followers for free. I'll buy 10,000 followers. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that is a Kingsport City Schools level commitment right there.
Oh my gosh. Let's not bring that up.
No, we're not. But nobody on the stream is going to know what we're talking about. So,
Thank goodness.
all right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty hungry. We've got a pork roast
So
sitting in
am
the
I.
kitchen.
Yeah, hopefully not cold.
Yeah, so we're going to go slice that up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're locked, as always. Love to have you around. And we'll take some pictures. We'll post it. Yeah, I'd say this is maybe, I mean, it's not fundamentally a bad game. I just would rather spend my time playing other
Monsterpocalypse,
games.
or
And
really most
Monsterpocalypse
other
specifically
games.
with this. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well, hey, have a good night, everybody.
And
But I guess we could still do it.
Go
Don't
ahead.
forget to reach out and
Buy games at Target.
swing and a miss.
Oh.
don't forget to reach out and
Crush someone.
now that was a new thing. Well,